There we go.
There it is. Hello, everybody. It looks like I'm frozen. Oh, there I am. Hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to hop online for a little bit with my friend Becky, and we're going to talk about travel today, which a lot of you guys are wondering, what does this travel have anything to do with the health and wellness company that we partner with? But Becky's going to explain how travel is a great thing for your health, and we have such a great opportunity on our hands. It's like a savings account to go on a free vacation at the end of the year. So, Becky, you want to take it away?
Absolutely. This is something I'm so incredibly passionate about. So I'm so glad that you had me come in here to talk about this today. When Trinont released travel, me and my husband's minds were blown and we were so excited. As parents with 3 kids, multiple jobs, we love to travel and we work a lot so that we can travel more, but now we can travel even more. So this was something that just knocked us off our chairs and we were so excited. But it's not just for people at Trinont, it's for anybody. And that's why this is so incredibly great. So some of you might be wondering, like, why on earth is a wellness company providing travel? Well, let me share something with you. One of the things that I love about Trinont is they look at all aspects of people's health and how things are interconnected. For example, your health and wealth are connected as well. People that are wealthier tend to be healthier, right? Well, they also know that people who travel tend to be healthier as well. So here's a Journal of Transport and Health talking about the fact that travel behavior is connected to health. And we find that people who travel more have less heart issues and better mental health. Because think about it. Have you ever had travel looming and had been upset about it? You're like excited. The anticipation of that travel alone is enough to bring depressive thoughts down. And especially in my opinion, when I have something booked, I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm just excited thinking about it. Right. So that is a huge piece of health as well. So let's talk about some of the things and some of the aspects that come with this Trinont Travel. So what Trinont Travel is a travel portal that provides up to 65% off at hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, and car rentals. In addition to that, you will receive a voucher each year for a free vacation, estimated about $1,500 to $2,500 in value. And I'm going to show you one that's actually more than that. It's almost like over $3,000 pretty much in value. So let's take a look at some of these examples here, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is the Florida Keys. My husband, Chad, and I, it was January of 2024. We decided to fly down to Miami, rent a car, and drive down the Florida Keys to experience the trip, right? It's the big long bridges and things down there, and stay in Key West for a weekend and then drive back. So it was like a 4-day trip. And it was great, but oh my God, was it expensive. We could have gone all-inclusive Riviera Maya for a week for less than what we paid in these 4 days taking this trip. Well, now what we're seeing in Trinont Travel is a lot of the places that I looked at and places that people are booking, they're saving up to like, this person found $3,320 in savings booking. It looks like they have 5 or 6 nights here, but they saved that much just booking with Trinont Travel as compared to an online popular booking site. Like there's one that starts with an E, one that starts with a P, one that starts with an O. You probably know what I'm talking about. The first place you go when you look for a deal on a vacation. Much, much cheaper even than that. So this is a privately owned portal that the public does not have access to, that you would get secret access to book your own resorts, hotels, condos, cruises, car rentals. Okay. All right. So here's the one that had me and my husband falling off of our chair. When we started looking at all of the annual reward trip locations, we found one in Aruba that is going to be free for us next year as being part of Trinont Travel. So we will have been with Trinont Travel for 12 months. In October will be our 12 months, and we will receive our voucher to be able to go somewhere for free. Okay, so when I looked at this specific resort on the popular online booking site that starts with an E, it was about $6,000 for 2 people for a week inclusive. Now, when I looked on Trinont Travel at this resort, it was $2,863 for 2 people. Well, that's like half, right? But you can use your voucher for this location as well. So you're getting a $2,863 vacation, which is a deal in itself, for going to Aruba all inclusive. So that right there has me so incredibly excited, because typically with the amount of people we travel with, 6 or 7 people with my family, my mom and everything, we stick to Riviera Maya because it's usually a lot less expensive and flights are cheaper. But now we're going to be able to go to Aruba for free because of the voucher. So I'm really excited about that. All right, so here's some other things that we have. One of the things that we offer is condos, condo deals. We buy up condo areas that maybe they want to make sure that condos aren't being left unoccupied per se. So we get the deals on condos. There's condos in Orlando for $310 to $400, maybe $500 for the week, depending if you want 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, or 3 bedrooms, for example. But you could drive down to Orlando and stay at a resort with a pool for $400 to $500. There's no blackout dates. And that is an incredible deal. I know, as someone who had little kids once upon a time, I loved condos and things like that, because you had the laundry, you had the kitchen, kids hate going out to eat. You just make your lunch, go down to the pool. Absolutely love condos. I'm more excited about the condos than I am about the resorts and hotels, if I'm being honest. Now, let's say you're not an Orlando person like me. I am not a Disney person. Sorry, Tina Joy. But if you're a little bit southeast, Miami Beach. Here's, you guys, can you imagine our girls' weekend going to Miami Beach? $700 for the week on the beach with a pool in Miami Beach. No blackout dates. Isn't that crazy? So this is just another example of some of the things that we have. You take 4 girls down there, you take $700, divide it 4 ways. I don't think you could stay at an Econo Lodge for that in Wisconsin. Like, that is so incredibly, amazingly inexpensive. So that is just another example of what we have. And what I have on this screen right here is an example of what the Trinant Travel Portal looks like. It searches just like any other search that you would have. You book, everything includes any taxes or fees. It's all included in the fee that you see there. You don't get additional charges or fees or anything. All right. Now, let's say you're like, Becky, I'm not going to Aruba. I'm not going to Orlando. I'm not going to Miami Beach. I just stick around home. Well, that's fine too, because the other places you can book are like just general hotels, 850,000 different places. You save up to 65%. So here's an example of one I found. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So a popular place we might go is the Milwaukee Zoo. Okay, just a standard hotel that you'd find near the zoo. I have in this pictured on the bottom here, and you can see it. And Trinant Travel is $217 for the weekend. I went to that exact hotel's website. It was $337 for the weekend. And when I went to the popular online booking site, which we can't mention because of compliance, but if you really wanted to know, I mean, message me and I'll tell you where these places are. $333. So we're saving about $120, which would more than cover your park tickets, for example, by using Trinant Travel instead of using the hotel's actual booking site or one of the popular online booking sites. So that is incredible within itself as well. So what does this whole Trinant Travel thing look like for an associate or a customer, for example? So once again, you get 65% off of hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, and car rentals. Super easy booking platform. It's like 2 steps, click, 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 done. Okay. No blackout dates. Every 12 months, you get a vacation voucher worth $1,500 to $2,000. And actually that Aruba one is worth what, $2,800? So a lot more than that. And it's not that you have to pay the difference. You get that trip, any one of 3,000 places. And that one is on there along with many, 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 many others. We have a list we can send you. For an associate, $65 a month, a customer, $75 a month with an activation. Now, if you join Trinant, you get a discount on that activation. But here's what I did, you guys. This is the best part. I was paying for subscriptions that I wasn't using. Why was I paying for MLB Network when it's not even baseball season? I have Peacock, Hulu, Paramount, iTunes charges that I don't even know what they're for. I have so many crazy subscriptions to things that I was able to cancel and make up the difference for that, and other different ways that you could save. So essentially, if you were to put $65 a month away for a year, it would cost $780, right? But you're getting a vacation worth double that in the end. So even if you never booked a single hotel, resort, condo, cruise, or car rental the whole year, you're still getting almost a $2,000 vacation for 780. So I think of it as like a layaway plan. You're putting a little tiny bit away that you're not even going to notice, you know, and then at the end of the year, oh, here's your trip, and you can pick that trip. And it's not just international. There's places in the United States. There's even places in Wisconsin Dells. There's places in Michigan, Upper Michigan, that you can stay as well, depending on where you live. If you really just want to take a small road trip and not have to fly somewhere, there's options there too. So that is really exciting. They don't expire right away. They're good for a couple of years. So you can even stack them. So that's really exciting too. I know my husband has Trinot Travel. I have Trinot Travel. That way, when we go, we can book 2 rooms and we can take our kids and have a couple rooms and still save a ton of money. So, all right, Maureen, did I miss anything or any questions?
Is there, when you get your voucher, do you have to pay anything?
There is a $100 activation fee on the voucher. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Which I think
is huge. I mean, when you think about it, like you said, if you're putting, it's kind of like a savings account for a vacation, right? You put that little bit away into the membership, but at the end you get this massive vacation. At like the Aruba one just sounds I'm gonna have to go looking for that one. That sounds fantastic.
I actually joined that resort's Facebook page.
Okay.
And
send it to me.
Yeah, and there's some like best in Caribbean Caribbean vacations. Like there's like Facebook pages, and I was asking about the resort in there too and seeing what people thought. So there's ways that you can look into those places and see what people think about them. And
what I really like about it is I went to Vegas last week for just 3 nights, and when I was looking at the popular booking sites, the exact room I was looking for was blacked out, so I couldn't even get it at the hotel. And I went to our site and I was able to get it. And when I looked at, there was a couple of different booking sites I looked at. Some of them had it available, but I saved $100 for just that 3-night trip on using our site without the blackouts, with the exact room I wanted at the exact location I wanted to be at, to where my conference was. And it was so easy to use. And I mean, there's opportunity you can do just like the other booking sites. You can have more that are not refundable. There's partially refundable. There's fully refundable. It just depends on what you want to pick with your booking. So it's super exciting. I just can't wait for the vacation at the end. But like you said, if you're like a travel, mom or soccer dad or whatever, where you're going every weekend somewhere with your kids, you can use this and book your hotels through it, which is going to save you a ton of money right there. You can even book a group booking. Like let's say you're going to having a wedding and you want to have 10 rooms. You can go on the site and they'll find a location that will have where you can book those group bookings, which is ever heard of that besides going directly to a hotel. So that's another way that people can save if they've got a big event or family reunion or something like that coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just went to Puerto Vallarta for the incentive trip for Trinot, and we were there for 3 nights. But I'm like, if we're going to fly there, I'm staying for more than 3 nights. So I booked 2 extra nights in Puerto Vallarta and saved, it was close to $1,000. We found a hotel on the beach with a pool, right, like in the heart of Puerto Vallarta's romantic zone. And it was like $1,000. I think I paid $120 a night.
Oh, wow.
I know. And it was gorgeous. I have it put in we have a group called the Vacation Vault, you guys. If you guys want to see this, we'll add you to it. And it shows you all of the deals that people have been finding and seeing the places that people have been staying. And I have even a video of that location as well. So that was such a great finding.
Yeah, I think one of our folks even took a trip to Norway and saved a ton of boatload of money too, which is really cool.
Yep. Hey, MJ's on right now. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. If you have questions, throw them down in the chats and we'll try and put the list of the 3,000 locations that you get your free voucher for, because there's really good stuff on there.
Thank you so much, Becky. Appreciate you coming on. And just like I said, we just wanted to share what this travel club is all about, because a lot of you are just kind of like, what the heck is this? Why would I do it? This is why you would do it, because you've got massive savings. And it's like I said, it's like a savings account for your vacation that's worth, way the heck more than what you put into it for the entire year. So it's a win-win.
Totally is. All right.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye.